I think I'm on live. I'm just getting stuff organized. I will check to make sure. Turn off. I'm live. Hello, everyone. I haven't done a live forever, so bear with me. How much fun. I'm on live. I'm just getting stuff organized. I will check to make sure. Turn off. I'm live. Hello, everyone. I haven't done a live forever, so bear with me. How much fun. I'm on live. I'm just getting stuff organized. I will check to make sure. Turn off. I'm live. Hello, everyone. I haven't done a live forever, so bear with me. How much fun. Okie dokie. Hi. So we are live, and how exciting. I know this was very last minute and impromptu, but I'm just going to start going. So if you're joining me on Zoom, hello, welcome. But if you're here on my YouTube channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm excited to be here today, and I'm just going to check to make sure. I know it said it was on there and live, but just checking for myself as well. My YouTube has been something I've been wanting to focus on forever, and I'm finally doing it. Plus, yes, it says that I'm live. So that's channel. Good. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm excited. Okay. So hello, hello, hello. And how exciting to be here today. You know, if you've been following me for a long time, hello, welcome. If you're new to my channel, hello again, and make sure you do hit that subscribe button down below. If you find this video and this a live event today, informative for yourself. And if you're on here with Zoom, hello. Like I said, this was very last minute. It was intuitively in me to do this because I've had so much change in my life, and change is something that is so difficult for so many people. Let's just be honest right there. And I just felt like I know I'm doing another masterclass in 2 weeks, but I wanted to come on today because I felt like I needed to. So why transformation? You know, I'm a transformation coach, and my story is pretty empowering. I look back at my life and I think, wow, look how far you've come, Yvonne, and especially in the last couple of months. You know I talked about manifesting, but I'm actually really thinking this is about a transformation within yourself, the belief and the trust and the confidence to level up. And let's go back into elevate you and rise. Don't we want to rise and feel really good about ourselves? And that means how our bodies look, right? Rather than looking at weight loss, I want to think about our image of ourselves, because the image of ourselves encompass everything. That is oh my goodness, and I haven't been recording, so I need to go back here and record. So we're going to start again. Like I said, haven't done a recording for ages, haven't been on here for ages. And so welcome again. So welcome to my YouTube channel, or thank you to Zoom. I know I've got somebody on there, so thank you so much for being here. Very last minute, threw it out there, threw it out to the universe and said, you know, this is what I need to do today. As I'm ascending and changing in my own life, it's propelling me fast. It's propelling me to do these things, right? Listen to my intuition, to trust myself 100%, and to be authentic in who I am. And I know not long ago I posted on here, I did a video, plus I posted in our my email about strong, the word strong. You know, that word for me is not any word I want in my life, because the meaning behind it was a different person, a different reality, a different identity. And in our shift in life, I want to talk about today, we're doing a 30-minute live event, which is going to be about your self-confidence, your self-worth, your belief in yourself, and your love for yourself, because love is everything. And rather than focusing on the external bits, which is your weight, feeling better about yourself, your business, whatever it is, even your relationships, it's all intertwined in you. And my transformation and why I changed my coaching, what is it, feels like about a month ago now, the transition's been sort of, I changed, but yet I'm still, fine tuning that purpose for me to help all of you to rise up and to think about change rather than being hard. Change is so hard for so many of us. Yet when you just allow and you know where you're going, it happens and you just go with the flow, right? Like, I want to share some of my background so you can understand how you may look at me and think, wow, look how empowering you are. You're doing all this stuff. You're changing. You're doing this. And it is something that I've had to allow to unfold. And I sometimes do resist it. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know where this is going. And the ego comes up, right? And what ego is? The fear is this back brain that wants to keep us stuck in the old ways in our comfort zone. And the comfort zone is the stories that you're telling yourself. So let's go into stories. I talk about rewrite your story. So my story started as a dancer in my teens, 3 years of age. My mom put me into dancing, and you know how most kids are a little bit shy. Not me. My mom said I was just in the door, never looked back, and loved going and being in my dance class at the age of 3. And I was very I was a good student. I remember doing a dance recital. I think I was around 5, and being in that dance recital, because I have a my memory is what is it called? Oh, there's a word for it. It'll come back to me in a minute. But I remember things quite well. And we were in a recital, in a dance recital, and this girl was in the wrong spot. She wasn't supposed to be beside me. And on stage, I was pushing her, telling her, no, you're not supposed to be there. And I remember everybody laughing, because that's who I was. I was like, the one that I was authentic. I knew where I was going. I listened. I was a good student. I do everything, as I'm told to do. As my surgeon for my hip replacement said, I wish all my patients were like you, because I did the work. Okay. So I want you to think about this from where you are right now and what you're wanting to have more of. You're wanting more self-love. You're wanting more self-confidence. You want more worthiness or belief in yourself, to have the body and the body image that you actually think you're supposed to have and desire to have, because it all stems from all these things that I've done in my life. So I want you to really take a look at where you are right now and what is stopping you from achieving what you would desire. So going back to my story, I was this young girl, 5, and it was, I remember, like, in my dancing years is where some of the growth happened, right? The challenges of life. My dance teacher had more favoritism towards another student. And even when we would go to dance competitions, I was the one that they didn't think I would ever win. It was always about someone else. And yet one year I won out of nowhere. And all of a sudden that changed. And I started getting more attention from my dance teacher because she didn't believe in me. But I guess underlining, there was always a self-belief in myself, even then. So, and then as we start evolving in life and we are dating, think about your dating life. Think about then when you met your partner, your husband, how your life changes over time. And then all of a sudden, what happens is, as women, we are giving to everyone else. Our love for ourselves, or our attention, our priority to ourselves goes out the window because we start making it about everyone else, but we forget about ourselves. And that's where everything comes back within us. So if you're not feeling worthy enough and you're here because your confidence isn't very good and you're not feeling brave enough to maybe speak up for yourself and be confident, because it is your right to have the confidence and to have the boundaries to put and protect around your life, It's within you. And that change is within you. And what happens is when we're not recreating our story in our life, we are still being stuck in an old version of what happened. And we can go back into this story of who we're supposed to be, and brings us back all the time to the old story. You know, it's like starting a new routine. Okay. So you know you want to eat better. I'll talk about just our body image for the moment and the things we need to do about body image, because body image is really some sort of way of thinking, right? We should look a certain way. We should be a certain way. I don't want you to thinking about it that way. I want you to think about it more from your own self. What is it that you desire, and how do you want to show up for yourself? What do you see when you look in the mirror? Who do you see when you look in the mirror? Looking in the mirror is really, really powerful exercise. And when you can really start making this thing happen for you and start seeing who you really are, it will change you. It will help you change you. We avoid a lot of stuff in life, the hard stuff. The hard stuff is the hard stuff. And when we start actually believing in ourselves and doing that work, we can start to change our reality. We get to change our body image, our thoughts, how we show up for ourselves, staying committed to ourselves, because that is what we want. The confidence, the self-worth, the self-love is not external. It's us. It's who we are. So when I look back at the shift that I've had over the last 5 years, it's been pretty transformational, right? So I went from a marriage of 20 years. That was hard. I am not even going to pretend, but I never said the word to me that way. I just kept thinking it'll get better all the time. And, you know, the first 10 years wasn't so bad because I still had so much belief in myself. I was an extremely confident woman. I had a great business, a great income. I was financially secure in my life, financially independent in my life. Even though I was running a business halfway around the world, way before anyone ever did this. I was doing it already. So I was going back and forth, running an online business in 2000. No one was doing this. I couldn't even tell my clients that I actually moved to Australia from Toronto because I didn't think they would continue to use my services. So I just would be up in the morning and being on calls and getting things done long distance. And that was all of a sudden, it's amazing to know that that was the start of online business. And I was doing it in 2000. Okay, that was way before any Skype, way before conference calls ever existed. The dial tone to call overseas was like a triple ring, ding, 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 you know. I don't know if you ever rang anyone, but it was a totally different way of ringing. There was a long distance ringing service, right? And that's like, I look back and I think, wow, I was doing already so many things that so many people wouldn't have even thought to do. Okay. Because I was that person. I was always in my intuition. Intuition is our gut. It's who we are. It's how, if you want to talk about, let's talk about, do you believe in the universe or do you believe in God? Where is your power? Like, who do you look up to when you're asking for help? It doesn't matter where you are and who you ask for, or wherever, whatever kind of spiritual way you go, it's the same, but it's our intuition that speaks from us. It's our gut. And you know what our gut is? Our gut is that feeling of when you feel anxiety. That means you're not feeling right. And that heaviness, or the heaviness in our body, something feels off or we feel lack of, and that's the fear. That's the not believing in ourselves, some old story that's keeping you stuck where you are. And we can continue to ignore it for many, many years, as I did in the last 10 years of my marriage. I didn't know how to look at it. I saw it. I ignored it. Things got better in our marriage when I really focused on, that it's all working out. Because remember, do you know that we are 80% of our thoughts is our life? That's who we living. 80% of our thoughts, it's what's manifesting. 80% of our thoughts is our reality. It's our subconscious thoughts running 80,000 thoughts a day from yesterday, the day before, our stories. And I want you to really think about this stuff today from where you want to be today with the confidence in yourself, the self-belief, your worthiness. Because it's here. It's your heart. And when we disconnect from our heart and our strength, see, strength is a different word than strong. Strength is a good word. Strength is meaning that we're really inside of us and listening to the strength that's calling us out. And we have these feelings, don't we? Like if you want to pop in the chat, I can see, actually I can't. I don't have my chat open. But I'm just going to continue. But if you're here and you're watching on YouTube, please make sure you comment below if any of this stuff is resonating. If you're here on Zoom, I do have a chat that I can open, but I just don't have it open at the moment. So anyway, I'm just going to continue. Okay. So the power in our self-love comes from us. So when we show up, how do you show up in the world? How do you show up for you? How do you show up for your family? How do you show up for your friends? The confidence and the self-love is everything, because it's the energy that we put out to everyone in our life, right? Who we want to be. And the change in us, if you're wanting to have more confidence, is going and thinking, why don't I have confidence? Writing it down. What is in the way? What has happened along your journey that has helped you in some things, but maybe not in other things? Because confidence is a mindset. Are you a confident person? Are you a worthy woman? Are you a worthy person of love? Are you a worthy person of this? Are you a worthy person of, having the body image and this and the friends and the love for that everybody wants to give you? So rather than thinking about what do I need to do for someone else, what do you need to do for yourself? We need to think of ourselves in a different way. We need to rewrite our story. What is your story from whatever it is that you have been holding on to? So when I think back to my story, which I held on to for a very long time, was in when was the financial crisis? 2011, I think it was. I had an event planning business, and that's when I used to deal with the vice presidents of a couple of companies. And when that happened, everything went to the accounting manager, right? And even though I had contracts for 10 years, they didn't care. And I didn't go and submit my proposal personally. I brought on a partner and I allowed her to go. And I didn't get that contract because I was the contract. I was the relationship. I was the one that they had always dealt with. And this is things that we learn from. So we need to learn from our experiences. And if you're not learning from your experiences, you're staying the same, and you're repeating life as it was. You will keep repeating until you grow and learn. The way we grow and learn is by doing the inner work, right? It's going in. It's like, what are you holding on to? What is the story that you keep telling yourself? And when I think about that story, for many years, that story that I lost my event planning business, it changed me. I was attached to that business. It was my identity. And this is where I come back into identity shifts. And is definitely where I lean now into everything in life and how I'm coaching is our identity of how we see ourselves. And if your identity is the same as the person that you were 20 years ago, and let's say you're the person that doesn't know how to lose weight, you lose weight, you're on yo-yo diets, you're losing weight all the time, and then you put it on, you take it off, and you coach with me, and you're still in that identity, those are the clients that never see the results that they desire. You have to change who you are. And the more that I coach now really on the inner work and the self-love and our worthiness and our confidence and seeing yourself with it done as you've lost the amount of weight that you want to lose, or even if it's being the person you want to be, to show up for just yourself, to feel better, to have more energy, to because I'm trying to, like, I think about all the women I've coached. Sometimes it's just they want to have more fitness, they want to feel strong, they want to be able to have longevity when they're in their 70s, 80s, and 90s. Then you need to be that person, right? We need to already see that we can achieve it and believe in it. If you cannot believe in it, you won't hold the weight. You won't be able to keep it off. You won't believe that you can. And if we can't believe we can, what's going to happen? All the weight comes back on. You go back to the old self, and you're back in that routine of yo-yo dieting. You're back in that routine of not feeling good about yourself, snoozing your alarm, not getting up in the morning and going out for your walk or going to the gym. These are the habits, right? We have to change the identity. So who do you want to be? If you want to be a confident woman who loves herself, who takes action and speaks to herself in kind words, not self-sabotaging words, then you need to change what you say to yourself. You need to be aware of your thoughts. You need to understand that you are creating your reality. Everything you say is being manifested, created. You keep telling yourself you can't lose weight. You keep telling yourself you're not good enough. And why does this keep happening to me? Why I don't have any money? Everything is so expensive. Like, these things I hear a lot. And I'm always, shifting that energy to say, let's use different words, more empowering, positive words. What we say to ourselves really matters. And over last year, I've done, I don't know how many, easily 50 masterclasses, all about different ways of changing identity without realizing it was identity. I was doing that work with internal work in myself to be that next level coach, right? I'm a coach that is in a different caliber in myself, showing up as that elevated self here today, changing that identity of who I was 3 months ago. And I keep getting these nudges that remind me of who I am. And if we don't get reminded, it draws us back into the old story. So I want you to really, really acknowledge things that are happening around you. Are you grateful for everything that is happening in your life? Or are you complaining about everything in your life? Gratitude is the savior to life. Gratitude that we have so much abundance in our life. Abundance means so many different things, but abundance is just a way of living, right? It's being so grateful that we have hot water, being grateful that we have a home, grateful that we have heat, grateful that we have air conditioning, grateful for our bed, grateful for our health, like even things that are not materialistic, grateful for our health is so important. I say that to myself every day. I'm so grateful and happy for my health. I'm the healthiest person I know. And I know that. So see the unwavering confidence I have. And that unwavering confidence is the identity of who I am, like my non-negotiables in the morning, my morning practice, my meditation, my going for my fitness and my running. That is part of my identity. So who are you? How does somebody look at you in your life? It's a really good, interesting perspective. And this I challenge you to do, because this is the work. This is your homework, right? So if you're joining me on the next masterclass in 2 weeks, it'll be over 2 days, and it's going to give more. And we're really going to dig into this stuff because this is still part of it. And shifting and changing, which is so hard, is actually super easy when we allow it, when we're aware of it, when we actually take notice, and when we start seeing what we're doing to ourselves, and rather than blaming it on others. Anything that happens in life, always ask now, why did that happen? What was I supposed to know? How, like, it's not anything. Like, I want you to even look at, you know, my masseuse, she fell the other day and she's broken her ankle. And I said to her, what is the universe trying to tell you? And then another client of mine, she was telling me she wasn't well, and she was away on a weekend in Singapore. And I said to her, I said, make sure you rest up. Your body's telling you now. And I don't think she listened, because, you know, when you're on holidays, you keep pushing. And she's been super ill for a week and a half. She's finally ready to, she's finally back up and running. And I said, I hope, what were you meant to learn? Our body speaks to us every day. It's telling us something. It's giving us little nudges. It's pushing us sometimes in a direction, but when we are rushing around and we're not trusting ourselves and we're not listening, we don't listen, so we don't get the next step. And this is where our habits and our self-talk and our worthiness keep staying the same. I want you to really, like, the homework today from this live event, I want you to really look at who you are. Like, what are your patterns? What are your habits? What are you telling yourself? Like, what is your best version of you? What would you be doing? How would you be doing it? Who would you be doing it with? What do you want to help others with? Take the focus off yourself. And you may say, what do you mean, take the focus off? I mean, stop thinking about whatever it is that you want in your life, because you're focusing so much on it. You need it to change. And that need is resisting what you want. When clients come to me and they're so needy, they haven't been able to lose weight, and all they're thinking about is their weight, they're weighing themselves a couple times a day, they're calorie counting and weighing, and it is so intense, right? And I stop all of that. I mean, there's tools that I have to use when I am coaching, because they need to see the change, but it comes in a different way. We don't do calorie counting. We let it go. Got to start trusting and believing in ourselves. If you're wanting even just more self-love and confidence and worthiness, as this is about today, the self-love is within you. How can you love yourself? It does not come from an external person. Self-love is you. You have to love yourself unconditionally. And it's what's really good is to ask yourself, like, I did this meditation the other day where I was meditating and I said, I love myself. I love myself. And the tears started rolling out. And they came rolling out. At first I thought, do I love myself? That's the thought that came up. And I thought, I do very much. So it was really tears of joy that I'm here right now, talking to all of you, serving you. So sit in a quiet space and go and think about, what do you desire in your life, and what do you want more of? If you're wanting more self-love, then that's being kinder to yourself, being slow down in life. When we're rushing, it's not help. We got to slow down to see the things, see life. Life is it's going fast. We're in the back end of the year. And things do go faster. All of a sudden it's going to be Thanksgiving, and then we've got Christmas before you know it. So we want to be very present in each day of being fulfilled and happy in joy every day. Living your best life now, knowing that the work is done, but we need to do the work. We need to look at ourselves and look at yourself clearly in a mirror and ask yourself, what do you see when you look in the mirror? And sometimes we got to be really, really honest with who we are, because I can't do that for you. Who are you when you look in the mirror? Are you loved? Are you kind to yourself? Are you worthy? Do you have confidence? How do you show up for you? I wish you all the best in this live event today, and I want you to do this work. You know, this identity shift is the key to unlock you from all that other stuff, all those past stories that you've been holding on to. And what I recommend is, you know, I don't know if it's the new moon that we've just had, because I'm not sleeping all that great. I'm very awake. So it's a good time to even write down everything that you want to release in your life and go and burn it. Let it go and rewrite your story of what you want. Write your new you, write who you are, and keep reminding yourself on a daily basis who you are, because you are worthy. You are confident. You are loved unconditionally. We love ourselves first, and then we are open to receiving love from others. Okay, so I wish you a fabulous rest of your day. I hope you've got some great value from today. And I'll put the link in here for the next 2-day masterclass coming up in a couple of weeks. And hope to see you on that as well. But don't forget, I will be doing more videos in my YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. I hope this has given you some great value. And if you're watching me in my email list, make sure to come and subscribe on my YouTube channel. And I will see you real soon. Bye.